This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. Several senior citizens in our area received a helping hand today from Lauderdale County School District students and teachers. Twin States News' Colby Sims shows us the third annual LCSD Service Day and how those seniors benefited.
When you get older, things like yard work aren't as easy to take care of by yourself. That is exactly why these generous high school students volunteer to help out the elderly in their community. The property owner, Jeffrey Martin, explains what it means to have these students come help him in a time of need.
I've been disabled since February, and I can't get out and do this. And my deacons came and cut the grass, and now these kids have showed up, and this is blowing me away.
A student from West Lauderdale High School shared with Twin States News why he decided to volunteer today.
Community is key, and having a good community around you is key factor in life, and maybe one day we get old and need help too.
The United Way was also on site getting their hands dirty this morning.
United Way always wants to help and better our community, and what better than to come out, bring supplies, and have volunteers that come and do an effort together. I've always heard many hands make light work, so we're all working together as a community to be able to just make a difference, to be able to help someone that can use our assistance in a time like this.
There was one more special guest in town today to do some volunteer work. Miss Mississippi Vivian O'Neill shares the importance of this kind of service.
I'm so excited to be able to support these students as they're going out and getting involved in different community projects and serving the individuals in their community. I think that has such an incredible impact, but a lasting impact, and that's really what makes a huge difference.
Coming together, helping others, and volunteering is what a true day of service is all about. These students from West Lauderdale did a wonderful job helping out Mr. Martin. Colby Sims, Twin States News, Meridian.
The Newton Municipal School District has reason to celebrate right now. The district in Decatur County is now a B-rated school. Twin States News' Jacob Isrobi tells us what this means and explains why this is such an achievement for students, parents, and teachers.
It's time for celebration in Newton Municipal School District as students, staff, and parents are celebrating the hard work and success of earning a B rating from Mississippi's State Accountability Model.
Our students have improved. They've worked very hard. They've done a great job on our tests from last year.
As the school district has never had a B rating before, Communications and Information Director Tawari McLean felt it was important to celebrate and reward students for the historic occasion.
It's very important that we show them how much we appreciate the hard work and effort that they've put forth last year.
The students received rewards and had a fun day filled with rides and food to celebrate their performances on their tests. Students Destiny Smith, Adrian Miller, and Morning Green couldn't contain their excitement.
It feels good because, these are my first 2 awards.
It feels pretty good knowing that the hard work that I put in, it actually was worth something.
I feel like I worked hard, so I deserve it.
Newton Municipal School District said they want to celebrate students and staff and the hard work that went into obtaining this historical B rating. In Newton, Mississippi, Jacob Isrobi, Twin States News.
Co-founder and frontman of The Byrds, Roger McGuinn, along with Marty Stewart and his fabulous superlatives, are unveiling a mural on Saturday, October 14th in downtown Philadelphia. David Howell and Casey Byers designed the mural, and the song Jolly Roger, written by McGuinn, is the inspiration behind it. Marty Stewart claims McGuinn as one of the all-time greats in popular music, and he said he's looking forward to playing with McGuinn this weekend. The unveiling will happen Saturday afternoon before the 8 p.m. concert at Ellis Theater. And now the latest on the war in Israel. Israeli leaders formed a new unity government as the war with Hamas ramps up. Mike Emanuel has the latest tonight.
Alert sirens ringing once again in northern Israel as night falls on the 5th day of fighting. Israel getting a big political boost Wednesday with the announcement of a new unity government and war cabinet split between supporters of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and opposition leader Benny Gantz. It's an agreement underscoring the solidarity across Israel following the deadly Hamas attacks.
We are united, right, left, Orthodox, non-Orthodox, that we have to win this battle and obliterate Hamas.
And it's looking more likely that Israeli forces will be going into Gaza, trying to end the Hamas threat once and for all. Troops in armor are massing at the border, waiting for the order to attack, which is believed to be imminent. And a Fox reporter on the ground saw artillery softening the battlefield, a common tactic before a ground assault. President Biden says the military aid will keep flowing as the Israeli counteroffensive ramps up.
My commitment to Israel's security and the safety of the Jewish people is unshakable. The United States has Israel's back.
Meanwhile, Israel's keeping up its air assault, flattening entire neighborhoods in Gaza. There's now a severe shortage of food, fuel, and medicine, and officials are warning a major humanitarian crisis is emerging.
We no longer have the basic needs for life here. Life has ended in Gaza.
President Biden spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu for the second straight day on Wednesday, reaffirming his support for Israel. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
As the fighting continues following Hamas's surprise attack on Israel, people across the country are taking part in pro-Israel and pro-Palestinian rallies. Linda Schmidt reports from near the United Nations.
Both the mayor and the governor speaking at this rally and sending a very clear message to the world. Israel's fight is our fight, and Hamas must be destroyed. About 12,000 people from across the tri-state gathering at the New York Stands with Israel rally and vigil near the United Nations. Grief, heartbreak, and determination flowing through the crowd.
We're all human. We have hearts and blood that run through us just the same way. And no one deserves to be violated that way.
The fact that there are places that are not outraged is itself an outrage. But the world needs to wake up.
The leadership of Hamas does not do what's good for the people. They do what's good for them.
There's no reasoning with them.
The crowd never wanting to forget the faces of hundreds who were killed or taken hostage by Hamas. Israel's ambassador to the UN calling the barbaric attack Israel's 9/11.
We will never be massacred again.
Both Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul making it clear that New York stands with the Jewish state.
Israel has a right to defend himself, and that's the right that we know. Your fight is our fight.
Yes, we are called upon to pray for peace, but justice first.
A candlelight vigil was also held in New City in Rockland County. And in Newark, New Jersey, there was support for Palestinians.
When it comes to Palestinian resistance, we are supposed to die quietly in Gaza under siege for over 16 years. And when we want to fight back and get our land back, we're called terrorists and invaders.
Pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel demonstrations will no doubt continue in the coming weeks. On the east side, Linda Schmidt, Fox 5 News.
Lots of people in our area are buying Powerball tickets today because the jackpot is the second largest in the game's history. $1.73 billion is up for grabs in tonight's Powerball drawing. And people here and across the country are buying their tickets, hoping to win that billion-dollar prize. This is a look inside Lottery Store in Texas. Tonight's drawing is the second largest, as I mentioned, Powerball jackpot. The largest, $2.4 billion, was won by a player in California last November. General Motors is sweetening their offer to the United Auto Workers. Jeff Locke is outside a parts and distribution center in Pennsylvania with the latest.
This is one of 18 GM parts facilities where the strike goes on, this one in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. No response from the union yet on GM's latest offer, in addition to the big concession they made last week, that to unionize their battery plants that'll be coming online. They also agreed to reinstate cost of living adjustments in the new contract, as well as sweetening retirement savings. General Motors hit hard by the strike, not only the strikers, but layoffs as a result of the strike. 2,300 GM employees now on layoff. At Ford, the number is almost 2,000, and at Stellantis, 640 layoffs as a result of the strike, which now spans 23 states if you count the Mack truck plants, which have gone on strike just this week, separate contract, but on strike as well. At the Mack truck plants, they got a visit from U.S. Senator John Fetterman. Multiple Democratic politicians have come out in support and gone to the picket lines. Fetterman yesterday voicing his support for the striking workers. I talked to him yesterday about concerns that maybe the demands from the union have gone too far. Are you worried about the impact on the companies if they negotiate a deal that puts them at a disadvantage?
No. I hope these workers make them pay until they pay them what they deserve.
Public support for the strike seems to remain strong. Latest polling on that shows about almost 60% of Americans support the strike. That includes about 72% of Democrats and about half of Republicans. At the GM Parts facility in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network.
Your complete forecast is next. Plus, why financial experts say the war between Hamas and Israel could have a lasting negative impact on the world economy. Stay with us.